In this screencast, we're going to install another module. This is the reflection module. This module is one that is almost definitely going to be used simply to support another module. The idea is a little hard to explain, but let me give it a shot. So if we look at our domain model, we see we have these various things, right? And as a developer, if I want to know what are the attributes available for the beer entity, I can see them right here. And I have them on various drop-down lists if I'm like adding a text box. But there are times when you want to present your user with a choice. For example, if your user is sending an email and you want to give them the option to drop in information from various things, you need to give them a list of all the different attributes there are. Or if your user is importing a file and a spreadsheet, and you want to allow them to say which data goes along with the spreadsheet, you need to give them a list. And it turns out we have a list of beer, we have a list of users, we have a list of ratings. We do not have a list of entities or a list of attributes. So what the reflection model does is it builds this for you. And it's basically just a thing you need to set up. So the first thing we'll do is go to App Store. If we look here, we'll see MX Model Reflection is right here on the most popular. Otherwise, you can search for it. If you click on it, you'll see some documentation walking you through what you need to do to set it up. The main thing we're going to do is we're going to add this, and pardon the formatting here, MX Objects Overview page to our menu. And we're going to have to actually open that up and run it in order to get this data to be created and built. So first thing we do is we'll do a download. We're going to add this as a new module. It was imported. We see it now shows up here. And this module is, so I'm going to go ahead and close up this other encryption thing. This module, there's basically one thing we need to do to take advantage of it, which is this overview page that we're going to need to add. And if we look here under Use Me, it seems like the place, MX Objects Overview, what we're going to need to add. So to add this, what we do is we go to the navigation, okay, and we're going to, in our admin menu, which if you haven't set one up already, see previous screencasts here, we're going to go ahead and add you can just add this as a regular item. It doesn't have to be on the admin menu, but we're going to go ahead and add a new item. We'll call the item Reflection Module Setup. We can put in the wrench or something. And this is going to open a page. And the page it's going to open is going to be this MX Objects Overview. So you can actually just do MX. You can start to search, and we'll see the one we want is MX Objects Overview. Okay, so we click OK. And here is an issue. If we want to see this, when we're logged in as an admin, our administrator needs to have the administrator role in this new module. So this is where these roles get complicated. But to see this, if we go scroll up here to Security and we double click and we go to User Roles, we go to our administrator and double click to edit, and we click Edit to edit the roles, you'll notice that our administrator does not have any role assigned in the MX Model Reflection. And so we need to make them an administrator here so that they are able to see this page that we're going to show them. So we go ahead and do that and click OK and click OK. And now if we run this, we should see this option and we should be able to set up the reflection. So we need to save. We are prompted to update our database because we're adding new things to our overall database from the reflection module. And now we can view. And we will need to be an administrator. And here we have this admin menu, and we see reflection modules set up here. You can choose it. And what we have here, if we is we have a list of all of the modules in our system. And the ones that, the question is, which of them are options you would want to show to a user? You probably don't want to show your user every last thing. So my first module, which is our thing, maybe user management. And in fact, we can put that in. We probably don't need it. The rest, the sort of background things, you won't typically need, but you can always do that. So if we refresh, now you see that we have the various things, like for beer, we have a beer name, price, and product. These are all now in a table that will then be available if we want to prompt the user with various kinds of options. So we basically created data to reflect what we have, and in fact at that point we're all set with reflection. And to see it in action, we'll take a look at two very specific modules that use this. One is for importing data and one is for sending emails.